what separates someone considered an outlier from everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to just sum it up, it would be obsession. It's like, because you'd say, well, are you an outlier? Do you want to be an outlier? Most people would be like, I don't even know what that means really, other than, well, you could be like, you're so weird, nobody wants to hang around you. So it's like, oh, that guy's an outlier. Why? Oh, he's kind of a freak.
Like an outcast.
An outcast. I think of it as, when I think of it, it's always success related. It's achieving goals. It's you've risen to the top of whatever field you're in. So for these people, no matter what it is, you can talk about being a scientist, a runner, lifting weights, endurance athlete. It's so much passion has been involved in that journey that they've dedicated their life generally to one pursuit, and because of their success in that pursuit, they've made this name for themselves, and that's what I call an outlier. So every person in the book, every person who I've sat across the table with, I've tried to learn what makes them an outlier in their field. Why do people, if they think about this one endeavor, think that they have a name, right? Mm-hmm. If you think of ultra running, you think, Courtney Dauwalter, have you ever heard of her? Everybody's heard of her, right? So it's like she's the outlier in ultra running. If I think of science, Andrew Huberman, people think of that name. So it's like, why do people think of one person? They think about performance. Nick Bare comes up. It's like, that's what you do. That's the name of your business, Bare Performance Nutrition, right? It's like, you have risen to the top to where when people think of that field, your name's going to come up. That's who I want to learn from.
Yeah.
So
in the book, in your book, you have a lot of really great quotes that shape the context of some of the chapters and lessons. One of my favorite books is Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, and you quote him from Outliers, The Story of Success. And I truly do believe this. I really believe this, and I wish that most people believed this. If you work hard enough and assert yourself and use your mind and imagination, you can shape the world to your desires. Mm-hmm. Shape the world to your desires. And I think once people actually believe that, it just takes this glass ceiling completely away. Was there a moment in your life when you realized that you could shape the world to your desires?
When you think about applying it to your own life, or whether that could be true in your own life, that for me, that was really hard. Because you feel like, I know your origin story too, coming from PA, and just the growing pains of breaking loose of the community or culture that you're in. So for me, when I think of that, I'm like, no, that's probably for other people that would make sense. Somebody who, is more dialed in, somebody who's just better. I never thought I've ever been talented or anything. So I would think that, that would make sense for other people. I never thought that I could create this environment or this culture that quote would ring true to. But over time, you start to believe, because you start to stack these wins. And then you're like, maybe I've been selling myself short a little bit. And then you just keep working and working and working. And then all of a sudden, after a couple decades, you're like, I guess that is true. That is what I've done.
Yeah.
It happens. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to believe it sometimes. It's hard to believe that that's possible. But once you do, man, there's some power there.